Hello guys, welcome back to Constram. So today you're going to do a simple process of picking elevation data from Google Earth Pro and importing them to GIS softwares like ArcGIS and GIS. So we're going to open our Google Earth Pro and search our area of interest. Let me go with Everest. Then I'm going to enter that. So it's going to zoom into your area of interest so that you can pick the elevation points of your area of interest. So this is Mount Everest. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that I can have a good working area. Everest is pretty big, so maybe let me leave it at that so I can work with the small area to just show how to pick these points. So you're going to go to before you go anywhere, just go to your left, ensure the terrain is checked. Then on the ribbon up here, you're going to go to add path, then click on it. Name, let me call this Everest. You can call it whatever you like. You don't need to change anything, just drag this maybe this side. Then these are cursor that shows up, so that this is going to help us add these parts around this area. So you can just left click and then hold your mouse, then just move in maybe in an horizontal direction so that you can cover a certain area. Then maybe if you are satisfied, you can move vertically too. Sorry for mine for being not that neat, but it doesn't matter, because as long as you ensure these lines are as close to each other as possible, you can go to whichever direction you want. We just need this data so that we can use it to generate a DEM. So maybe if you are stranded with your DEM, just go to your area of interest and do this on Google Earth Pro, and you'll be fine to go. You don't need to worry yourself on how to download all this data from other sites. So let me say I'm okay with that. I'm going to double click on it. Then on this window that you dragged on the side, let me click now OK. Now you can see Everest has been saved. It's been highlighted on my panel. I'm going to right click on it, save place as. Let me save it as Everest as it is. Save file type, let's remain at KML. Click save. Let me save it to my desktop. You can always save to your folder. Click save. Now we have saved this KML file to our folder so that we can work with it in softwares like QGIS and ArcGIS. So before we go to ArcGIS, you need to convert this data to GPX format so that you can generate the points. So I'm going to share a link in the description below for this GISVisualizer. It's actually, or you can just search GISVisualizer stroke elevation. Then you can click on the first option. So you can see choose file. I'm going to choose my Everest file. It's here, stroke.kml. Then I'm convert and add elevation, because that's what we are very interested in this exercise, elevation data. So it's going to take a few seconds so that we can actually download our files. It's okay, it's ready for download. You can just click download and it's done. So I'm going to go here and maybe I'm going to go to my downloads so that I can rename it. Rename it to Everest.gpx, and maybe I can take this to my desktop so that I can use it later. So let's go to QGIS, and in QGIS there's a different way to do this interpolation so that we can get this elevation, this DEM data from these points, and it's different from ArcGIS. I have to tell you, my QGIS actually doesn't load, it hangs somewhere before I finish the interpolation, but I can just show you the processes, and if yours actually responds, you can always get your results guaranteed. And I'll share the steps in the description below on how to go about it in ArcGIS. Sorry. So we're going to go to where we save the GPX Everest file. I'm going to drag it here, and I'm interested in the points. You can see there are 1428 points. Add layers. So these are the points we mapped in Google Earth Pro. So in QGIS, you need a plugin called Smart Map. So to install this plugin, if you already haven't installed, you can go to plugins, manage and install plugins, and then let me clear. And you can go to settings, ensure that you have checked show all experimental plugins. Go back to all and type smart or smart map. You can see it's here. This allows interpolation using the kringing method, so that we can have elevation points of these blank spaces that we did not actually add paths to. So for me, it's already installed. You can install for you. So I will just close. So this smart map actually makes it can only work if this data is in a UTM projection format system, and the project has to be saved first before you work with this. So I'm going to change the projection of this data first. I'm going to right click on it, go to properties, then I'll go to source. See, it's in WGS84. I'll go search for my UTM zone. Mine is zone 37, UTM zone 37. It's already here. So for you, you can work with your UTM zone too. Click OK, apply, and then OK again. So I can just zoom these two layers so that you can see they're back. So I'll just save this project, save as, go to projects, and then save as. Maybe on my desktop, let it be Mount Elgon, like that, save. So my project is saved and ready for interpolation so that I can generate the DEM. So I'll go back to plugins, and you can see Smart Map, click on it. And if you haven't done the coordinate system to UTM and saving the data, this Smart Map will automatically tell you to do that first. So to data, I'm going to input layer these points. It's already input. So in the Z column, you need to add the elevation field. So you can always go back and open your attribute table and check which column has the elevation data. For me, it's L. So this is the field I'm going to input in the Z field. So I can just close that, go back to my smart map, and this field is this. So after that, you can click import. After that, you can see it generated the ID, coordinate X, Y coordinate, and the elevation values for these points. So you see we picked a pretty number of points for that area. So after you've done that, you can go next to grid. It's just next to data, and then the pixel sizes, you can change them, but let's leave them like that. You can go to interpolation, and actually this is where my smart map actually doesn't respond, but let's hope it does. So here, let me change these to maybe 2000. Hopefully it accepts. It's still not, but let me try it again. 2000. Then it's still not responding, but let me leave it for that for just this tutorial. Then I'm going to click on calculate so that it can calculate these points and show me how they appear. You see the green ones, they have the high elevation, while the red have the lowest elevation values. So you can just cross validation and click on cross validation. And for me, actually, I don't know why it's not responding, but hopefully for you, it's actually responding. So let's give it a few minutes before it's it's over. So I'm going just to cancel this, just for these tutorial purposes and saving your time and mine. So after it has finished cross-validating, you can adjust this model if you like, but I like linear. Then this radius is usually equal to this A value, so you can just check range so that it can match this value, then just interpolate. This allows you to generate a DEM. So as you can see, mine is actually misbehaving. So but this the general process of how you go about generating a DEM using QGIS, using these points. And hopefully your QGIS actually responds. It's already given me an error, which is not good. But on this, you can see it's already given me a grid map that shows these values. It's sort of a DEM, just the way a DEM looks, with the white bands and black bands. It's actually not that beautiful, but hopefully if you do yours just right, just the way I've gone about this, although mine has failed to respond, hopefully yours can give you the results you need. For ArcGIS, I'll share the processes to go about from adding this data GPX form file to generating this DEM. For ArcGIS, it's straightforward. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. Check our website at constramgis.com. You can always reach us and we can help you always. Thank you, and subscribe.